Welcome loves to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're going to be doing full face of makeup with the help of makeup puff. This is a damp makeup puff, and my right side I created with my brushes and a little bit of beauty blender. My left side is basically foundation done with the help of makeup puff. So if you're interested to see the results, if you're interested in how this whole process was going from step 0 to step finished, please stay tuned and let's get started. If you've watched one of my previous videos that I filmed a couple of months ago, you know that I'm not a huge fan of makeup puffs to use them as my powder puff, because always when I use my puffs to transfer powder, it's gonna crease badly. So I'm gonna do my right side with my regular routine. I did off camera, by the way, hydration. I'm gonna be using my Wet n Wild hydrator, the tinted hydrator. Really love the formula, and I'm gonna get it on the back of the hand. And I think the best way to transfer any foundation with a brush, because it doesn't really give you a lot of a product. This makeup puff is wet. It's damp. I want to distribute the product evenly over my hand and then go ahead and get it on. I'm gonna get a little bit more over my puff and get this on top of my forehead. Okay, yeah, it gives a little bit more product, especially sitting in the nose area, but at the same time, it looks good and it is a little bit more covered. My face feels a little bit more covered. Let's go with my Pro concealer. This is L.A.Girl concealer, and the color is super warm chocolatey shade, and use only some leftovers on top of my face. Let's do my makeup puff in the same area with the same product. And I used just some leftovers, which is not giving a lot of actually color to my cheekbone. I'm gonna need a little bit more. I guess the puff absorbs a lot of it. Slightly dab this area. Okay, it is really nice. I love that it doesn't give a lot of the shade, and it's pretty smooth. It's blendable and it's buildable. I guess if you add more, you're still gonna have more, but it takes a lot of product in the puff. I'm gonna be going with a Givenchy concealer. Let's do this under my eye, clean this area, forehead, maybe a little bit my nose bridge, chin, and finally I'm gonna clean the sides from extreme amount of my bronzer. For my right side, I'm going to be going with a beauty blender. I know it looks more like normal routine, but I think that beauty blender has different texture and might give you a little bit different results. But under my eyes, most of the time, I use finger to blend out any product. And just with any leftovers, we're patting the bronzer, because if you have too much product, it's going to absorb the product. And let's do the same thing for my right side. By the way, I don't really have any leftovers from the bronzer, and you remember how much I added bronzer at the back of the hand. So it's good that you're not going to mess your makeup with other products. I'd say my beauty blender is doing the job a little bit better, much quicker than a puff, but the puff is still not bad. But look at this area. Feels like blurred face, super matte compared to the right side. It's glossy. This one is not glossy at all, which is interesting. I mean, wow. I don't know if I hate that or I love it. We're gonna use my loose powder. I would usually go to press and powder, but today I wanna use a little bit different technique and use my loose powder, big and fluffy brush, not so much over my face. Let's do same thing with a puff. The only difference is that my puff is a little bit wet. And just lightly set my face. It actually looks like I have no pores right here, so we can definitely see some of the pores in this area, and it's almost invisible right here. It's just different, though I used exact same products. I will probably do my contour again with the same puff. Why not? I'm super curious. The only thing is that this puff is a little bit wet. I'm afraid I might actually ruin my powder, but okay, let's get a little bit on of this contour. Let's add a little bit more in the area of my nose. We're doing the same thing for my right side, but with a brush. Frankly speaking, I'm not really sure how the bronzer is gonna look with makeup puff, because I always use bronzer over my forehead. But let's use e.l.f. contour palette and the same makeup puff to get this over my forehead. I feel like it's probably too much bronzer, and I try to blend this out, but at the same time, I guess it's not bad. It looks good. It looks really good. Let's do the same thing for my right side, but with a brush. Some powder. This is blush. Oh my god, I forgot how pigmented this blush is. Okay, we're gonna blend everything out with my beauty blender later and fix and spray. So if that is a huge problem for you, I will show you how you can solve this problem. I'm gonna take off any extra product from my makeup puff, and let's go with these products. Let's just get this on. I don't know, should I do a highlighter with a makeup puff, or I shouldn't do that? Let's see how the makeup puff is gonna work with a highlighter. I'm gonna grab a little bit, but I guess as any highlighter or any shimmers, it's gonna look good. Wet formula highlighters are always good, and especially wet beauty blender is doing magic. That's it for now. I'm gonna set my face with a fix and spray. Feels like this side with the makeup puff is airbrushed. Honestly, I love the pores. The pores are looking very good. I mean, you can tell. And again, this side looks like has matte finish, and this side is like glossy finish. And believe it or not, these are the exact same products for both of the sides. You saw this yourself. So I really love it. I'm not a huge fan. Again, I'm not a huge fan of transferring like real powder over my face because it creases really fast. But if we can do this with a damp puff and don't add too much, try to, focus this in some areas that are not creasing that much, maybe that's gonna look good. And one of my favorite final steps of my makeup routine that I do every single time, I'm gonna go with my Makeup Revolution contour palette, and I will use this really cool Curl Felt lipstick that is dry, and the formula is so bad, but it's matching my yellow contour perfectly. I mean, you can tell, that's my small secret, that if you add bright lipstick and mix it with yellow contour, it's giving you the most beautiful baby pink blush, cream blush, and just bring this on. Oh my goodness. It is really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do with a beauty blender my right side. And actually, I love the cream blush, even with my beauty blender, but it's given a little bit more glossiness, and you can tell that there's still some pores, which is normal, it's your skin. But I mean, like if you're looking for an airbrush look in some way, that might be a good solution for you guys to use a damp puff. With the humidity levels, I can't wear my hair straight. Honestly, that is a huge problem for me right now. But I'm finally back with my makeup on, and I want to tell you guys that this side looks like a filtered side. But I actually used to have similar effect when I was doing my makeup puff powder. I guess this effect is happening because of the powder. And I love how the makeup puff is blending the products. I really love that it's giving a matte finish, and it looks good. I can't lie. I can't tell you guys that, well, this is the worst makeup I've ever had, because it's probably the best makeup I've ever had. What I've noticed is that probably this side is a little bit more glossy. This side is a little bit better with a highlighter. I think this highlighter thing is working so much better with the brushes, but overall, I love this side so much. I'm gonna do a small wear test. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be sharing this on my channel. Maybe next time I'm gonna show you guys the makeup look. Is it creasing? Is it bad? Or it's great and in great shape? I don't know. I know for sure that as far as I can tell, this is a great experiment and it looks good. For powders, I'm not a huge fan of using makeup puff for powders, like to set my face with powder, but I did not use damp beauty blender. So maybe there's going to be a difference, and maybe it's not going to crease that much. I will keep you posted. I will keep you updated, and I'm going to see you next time, guys. I love you all so much. Bye-bye.